Place where stories are not just read but felt. Today we enter a world both magical and real, a world where time bends, history repeats, and solitude shapes the lives of an entire family. The book we explore today is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel García Márquez, a Colombian writer and Nobel laureate known for his ability to weave magical realism into the fabric of human experience. In this novel, Márquez tells the story of the Buendía family over 7 generations in the fictional town of Macondo, capturing the magic, mystery, love, and solitude that define human life. The story begins with José Arcadio Buendía and his wife, Ursula Iguarán, who leave their hometown to build a new life. Driven by dreams and curiosity, José Arcadio founds the town of Macondo by a river, isolated from the rest of the world. He is fascinated by knowledge, obsessed with scientific experiments and the mysteries of the universe, often neglecting the practicalities of life. Macondo grows slowly at first, almost as if it exists in a bubble. The family thrives in a mix of ambition, love, and obsession, but it is always shadowed by a sense of solitude, a quiet force that shapes the decisions of each generation. Márquez introduces us to a world where the ordinary coexists with the extraordinary. Ice appears for the first time, alchemy experiments fail and succeed, and visitors bring news of wars, inventions, and the outside world, yet Macondo remains strangely untouched. The foundation of the town is built on dreams and imagination, but also on a subtle warning. The seeds of solitude grow alongside ambition. José Arcadio's pursuit of knowledge becomes both a gift and a burden, a reflection of how curiosity can lead to discovery or obsession. Ursula, pragmatic and resilient, keeps the family grounded, balancing the extremes of imagination and reality. Their children inherit both their brilliance and their flaws, and the story of Macondo begins to unfold across generations, where love, fate, and solitude intertwine. As Macondo grows, the Buendía family expands, and the cycles of passion, ambition, and solitude begin to shape each generation. The children of José Arcadio and Ursula inherit not just their parents' strengths, but also their obsessions and fears. Each life seems to echo the previous one, as if history itself repeats within the walls of the family home. The town becomes a living character in the story. Traders arrive, wars touch its edges, and outside influences slowly begin to reach Macondo, but the town remains almost enchanted, suspended between reality and imagination. People experience love with intensity and tragedy with inevitability. Some lives are full of hope, others consumed by desire or obsession. The Buendía family is caught in the tension between the extraordinary and the ordinary, between dreams and responsibilities. Magical events are woven into everyday life seamlessly. Children are born with unusual traits, strange visitors appear and vanish, and time often feels circular. The family's solitude grows with each generation. Despite the richness of their experiences, there is a quiet loneliness, a sense that even the closest relationships cannot fully bridge the gap between people or protect them from fate. Love and loss shape the family profoundly. Passionate romances bloom and fade, marriages are tested by secrecy and misunderstanding, and tragedies strike suddenly. The children struggle with the inheritance of their parents' choices, and each generation seems to repeat mistakes from the previous one, as if unable to escape the patterns set long ago. Through these cycles, Márquez shows how solitude is both a burden and a defining feature of human life. By the end of Part 2, Macondo is no longer just the creation of José Arcadio and Ursula. It has grown into a world of its own, a universe of history, memory, and wonder, where the lives of the Buendía family unfold in both beauty and melancholy. The magical and the real are inseparable, and the sense of inevitability, of repetition, of solitude deepens. As the Buendía family saga unfolds, the magical and the tragic intertwine more deeply. Generations of the family experience intense love, obsession, and loss, each life reflecting echoes of the past. Some inherit the brilliance and curiosity of José Arcadio, while others carry the caution and pragmatism of Ursula. Yet no matter the strength they possess, solitude seems to follow each member, quietly shaping their choices and their destinies. Macondo itself continues to grow, a town both isolated and connected to the wider world. Wars, political changes, and new inventions touch its borders, but the town's rhythm remains strangely timeless. Ordinary life blends with extraordinary events, ghostly apparitions, prophetic dreams, and moments of impossibility appear as naturally as sunlight or rain. The people of Macondo live with wonder and tragedy side by side, often unaware of the invisible threads of fate binding them. Love, in its many forms, drives much of the family's story. Passionate romances, forbidden affairs, and unspoken desires shape destinies. Children inherit both the joys and mistakes of their parents, often repeating patterns of obsession, secrecy, or longing. Márquez portrays the cyclical nature of human life, showing that solitude is not simply isolation, but a force that quietly influences how each person relates to others and to themselves. By this point in the story, it becomes clear that the Buendía family is caught in a loop of history. Generations mirror each other in choices and consequences. Achievements, failures, joys, and tragedies echo through time. Yet even within this repetition, moments of beauty, connection, and revelation emerge amidst this repetition. The magical realism of Macondo highlights the extraordinary in the everyday, illustrating how memory, imagination, and love persist even amidst solitude and loss. Part 3 deepens the reader's understanding of the Buendía family and Macondo itself. The patterns of life, love, and solitude become clearer, revealing both the weight of history and the small, fleeting moments that make life remarkable. As the final generations of the Buendía family unfold, the cycles of history and solitude reach their full measure. The story shows how memory, fate, and choices are intertwined, and how patterns can repeat across lifetimes. The family experiences triumphs, losses, love, and tragedy, but always under the quiet shadow of solitude that has shaped Macondo since its founding. The magical realism that defines the town becomes even more profound. Events that seem impossible are woven seamlessly into daily life. Births with signs, dreams that predict the future, and histories that echo across generations. Márquez uses these elements not just to enchant, but to show how human lives are both extraordinary and fragile, intertwined with time, memory, and the environment we inhabit. Through the rise and fall of the Buendía family, the novel reflects on the nature of existence, the inevitability of solitude, and the beauty found in fleeting connections. The family story is both universal and particular, a meditation on how human beings navigate love, ambition, desire, and loss. Macondo itself, once a dream, becomes a mirror for life's cycles, creation, growth, repetition, and eventual dissolution. In the end, the novel leaves the reader with a sense of awe and reflection. Solitude is not only isolation, it is a space for introspection, for understanding the patterns of life, and for recognizing the fleeting beauty of human connection. The story encourages us to witness our own lives with attention, acknowledging both the magical and the mundane, the extraordinary and the ordinary. If this journey into Macondo and the Buendía family brought insight, wonder, or reflection, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Inkleaf, where stories are explored deeply and every tale is an invitation to see the world and ourselves in a new light.